So my heart goes out to all those greenkeepers out there. I salute you hugely. You've had a hell of a year. You know, you've had no rainfall, it feels like forever, and next thing you know, you've got about a month's rain in one day. Golf courses are getting wet and wet and wet. Even the ones that don't get wet are wet, and the ones that do get wet are drowning. So, okay, what does that mean for you in your golf? Okay, how do you combat a really wet, soggy conditions? Now, with the wedges, yeah, you can have a wedge with more bounce, and that's fine. You obviously get into contact and, you know, using the bounce more. If it's sort of low bounce, it digs in and gets that squelchy sort of big divot in there. But at the top of the bag, what do? Now remember, you've got options now. You've got hybrids, you've got fairway woods like 7 wood, 9 woods, and you've got driving irons like 4 irons, or bigger irons, should I say, like a, you know, this is a Mizuno Pro Fly High. So which one suits you? Now the question is, where do you stop and where do you start? Now if you're pretty good with a 5 iron, but your 4 iron's not quite behaving itself, do you then go for the lofted hybrid type scenario? Or do you go for the driving iron, sort of bigger sole idea, or even do you stick in sort of a lofted, or even like a pseudo sort of lofted 7 wood? Now, here's the skinny. You've got to be able to hit your number. So when you're doing this, you've got to know where you start from. Where's my 5 iron? What's it doing? Okay, what's the next number I need to hit? And then what's the next number I need to hit? And join the dots in between. What you might find, some folks get pretty condensed. They actually don't need a lot of clubs between these different things. But you might need 1, you might need 2. The question is, which one? How do you deliver it? Now, if you're steep on the ball, you're probably going to find that the driving iron / hybrid will be slightly better for you, albeit some hybrids do want to turn over left. So if you're an anti-left type of guy or girl, then you may not be in love with the hybrid. If that is you, then the lofted wood comes into play. It's much more liable to be, to say, less hooky. Equally, if you're super shallow with someone who's a bit of a picker and almost reversing it and getting a bit underneath and getting that right side bend really early, trying to get it in the air, then the driving iron, it will not be for you. Or even the lofted, sort of easy to hit one like this is out. But then it's all about how much length you need. There's been discussions about how long woods and hybrids should be, and then Tom Wishon's done all this stuff about going shorter, making it nearer an iron. There is some validation of that you don't want to make it too long. Now, this is like the magic sort of, if you like, cookie jar. I can pick whatever club I like for whatever conditions. That can get a bit confusing for people, so I want to try and simplify it. Where can you guarantee me you're going to hit a shot? Is it a 6 iron? Is it a 5 iron? Is it a 7 iron? Is it a 4 iron? I don't care. Whichever one it is, tell me that you can look me in the eye and say, right, I'm good with that. Then we can join the dots in. But it's worth looking at, especially for winter. It doesn't carry very far. We've all had a very flattering summer where the ball's gone miles. So all of a sudden now it doesn't go very far. What do? So we're trying to combat that. So have a think about it, see where your gaps are, and then try and fill those gaps or plug those gaps with the right club for you.